Hello, my Central family. Shane Willard here. I've got a 5-minute devotional thought for you today. Matthew chapter 7. This is Jesus preaching the Sermon on the Mount, which was his dictum on how he saw the world, how he saw God, and how he applied Scripture. I truly believe with all my heart and live with a conviction that if the whole world converted to just what Jesus said in the Sermon on the Mount, the world would be a better place. And Jesus is talking about how do we change the world around us? And here's what he says. Do not judge, or you too will be judged. From the same way you judge others, you'll be judged. And with the measure you use, it'll be measured to you. In other words, to Jesus, the most effective way to change the world around you is not by superimposing your convictions onto others. And then starting your relationship from there. That even if you're right, it just is pretty ineffective. He continues, why do you look at the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye and pay no attention to the plank in your own? How could you say to your brother, let me take the speck out of your eye, while all the while there's a plank in your own eye? You hypocrite, first take the plank out of your own eye. Then you'll see clearly enough to remove the speck from your brother's eye. In other words, to Jesus, the way to change the world is to see yourself as the plank and the other as the speck. Here's my challenge for today. Have we reversed that and expect to be effective changing our world? Here's what that sounds like. Have we seen them as the bigger problem and ourselves as the smaller problem? Here's what it sounds like. You know what? We Christians are pretty flawed, but you're really flippin' flawed. Have we ever been guilty of that tone? Jesus challenges us all to renew our thinking and start changing the world by changing the person you shave with in the morning, the person you brush your teeth with in the morning, the person looking back at you in that mirror. What if we first got the planks out of our own eye? Then we'll see clearly enough to get the speck out of the others. I mean, the truth of it is there's lots of grandiose ideas like I want to change the world and great. But the truth of it is that the way to change the world is to make yourself look more like Christ in the world. And if everybody did that, we'd have less problems. We'd have less racism. We'd have less hatred, less jealousy, less, frankly, things that belong to death. But it all starts with plank removal instead of speck removal. So today, my challenge to you is this. Be plank removers. Get with the Lord. Ask yourself, is anyone rejecting Jesus because of the way I'm presenting him? And how could I make the world a better place? By changing something about me, and then be courageous enough to do it. Grace and peace, everybody.